Hey guys, it's Joe. I'm kind of just sitting here waiting for my class to start. I think I have like an hour and a half because my lab got out early. And this is pretty much just an update video because I haven't been on in a while. So, yeah, finals are coming up. That's not exciting at all. I really don't want to do these finals. And I know I have a bio final, a history final, and a psychology final I gotta take. Because I don't have a final in choir, and I don't have a final in English, and my lab is the same as, like, my bio lab, which I just got out of, is also my lecture. So I think it's one final for both of them. I really hope so. I hope I don't have to take two separate finals for those. But so yeah, finals. So I guess this will be tips on how to pass your finals. Tip number one is to get enough sleep. Make sure that you go to bed at a decent time. Like, I'm not, no, like mid, my hair is really making me angry today. I fell asleep with it wet and it poofed, and yeah. Alright, but going to sleep at like 1 o'clock in the morning is not a decent time. I'm talking like 10 o'clock, guys. Midnight at the latest. At the latest. Because finals are important, so it's going to take a lot of rest to do it. Number two is to not just study the night before. No, 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 no. Do not cram the night before and expect that you'll remember it, because you won't. It's been proven. It is better that you study like multiple days in a row and get sleep in between your study times. Like, study Tuesday night, sleep, study again Wednesday morning. Is like that kind of way is the way you're going to remember more stuff. It gives your brain time to process it and encode it and all this other stuff that takes it from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. Pretty much just eat a good breakfast, because that always helps. Can't hurt to have a good breakfast. Wake up a little bit earlier if you have to. There's something on my camera. To do that. And there's something else I was going to say. So one is get good sleep. Two is to study multiple days. Three is to eat a good breakfast. And four will be I guess I should have 4 and 5, but four is to study with friends. It helps sometimes. There are two different kinds of people. There are the people who can study with people and work perfectly fine, and then there are people who cannot, just cannot. If you are one of those people that just can't study with people, then study alone, find a quiet place. If you are one of those people who can study with friends, generally a group helps. Study with a group of people who are studying for the same thing as you. Don't study different things. It's not a good idea. Because you'll get distracted, they'll get distracted, it just won't help. Number five, just don't stress it. Like, alright, in college, a final is a little bit different than in high school. In college, yeah, that final still determines a lot of your grade, but if you have to take that class, it's not as big of a deal. Because it is like, for instance, one of my friends is having a lot of trouble with their anatomy class right now. And they know that they are not going to pass. There's no way that they're going to pass this class. And they're prepared to retake this class. And they were literally told by the professor that it is better to retake a class and get a better grade than accept a grade that's low. Like, I think they're going to get like a D in the class, and that's not good enough for their GPA, for them at least. And it's not good for their GPA in general. And they were told by the professor to basically just retake the anatomy class. So they're going to do that. Which is awesome that they have already basically just accepted that, but also never accept defeat. You gotta at least try. If you don't try, you'll never succeed. Basically, if you don't try, you don't even have a chance. Like, you could get really lucky. You could ace this test that you think that you're gonna fail. But if you don't try, then you don't have a chance to do that. Oh, that brings me to another thing that I think about. I'll explain why I don't have a beard in a minute. But, don't go in thinking that you're gonna fail. If you go in with that negative thought that you're not gonna pass this test, then there's it's a higher chance that you're not, because you have that negative thinking. If you go in thinking, I'm going to do the best I can do, then you really are going to do the best you can do. This is an effect called negative stereotyping. We learned about it in psychology. The more negative stereotyping you do, the higher chance that negative outcome is going to happen. This happens a lot with women. I know that sounds really sexist, but it's not. And it's the men's fault, honestly. It's that men, for the longest time, are like, well, women are not as good at, they're not as smart, they're not as educationally bright. And women believed this, and that caused their scores to lower and improve it. But, it's really hot in this car. But then when you were told, no, the women were told, oh, you're just as smart, you're just as good, their test scores raised and proved that. It's all about your state of mind. So if you believe that you can achieve, then you can do it. Basically, that's saying, if you believe that you can achieve, is really true. That is awesome, right? So I shaved because I took one of my friends to the prom. So that's why I don't have a beard at the moment. It's kind of, hold on. You can kind of see it growing back a little bit there. And then also, I'm wearing my zombie shirt from that Halloween zombie run thing. It was pretty cool. I'm going to do that again. It was so much fun. So, remember that you are just perfect the way you are, and don't let anyone tell you any different.